Welcome to the Take It Home podcast. The podcast so bad we really should take it home. I am one of your hosts, Zach Hendricks. You can find me on all social media at Z Hendricks Brand, and I'm with the three lovely members of the crew. So I'm gonna give the hot tag to my partner. Introduce yourself.
I'm gonna try. This is Doc Simmons. You can find me at all social media at Doc Simmons 17. I lost my voice. That's why we've been out for a while. So hopefully you can hear me. I'm gonna pass it off to the senior official. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
And appreciate that, Doc. And this is referee Perch. You can find me at Perch XLV, # Celebrate Pro Wrestling, and Waffles Take It Home podcast.
Waffles, 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 waffles. All right, gentlemen. As you can tell, it's a little bit different because we're having the goat's voice a little out. So I'm gonna try to figure out to do Doc's things. Doc will do my things. So I think what we usually talk about is what we've been eating, what we've been having, what we've been doing. You know, Doc has to rest his voice. I'm hoping he has having some hot tea. But what we've been eating, guys?
It has
Yeah,
been a
lots of
lot
good
of
food.
hot toddies.
Hot toddies, warm drinks, especially as the cold season's here. I've had a lot of coffees and a lot of like afternoon coffee into the evening. Give me a nice warm drink to keep me going through this winter time.
Well, I've had a lot of steak. A lot of steak. Jack had his birthday Friday, and he went out to a really good steakhouse downtown Milwaukee. Capital Grill, and he brought home a leftover just for me. He was like, Zach, I brought this because you needed to try it. So it felt super special. Ate that steak with pride. Had some steak and eggs for breakfast this weekend. So a lot of steak.
I have heard of Capitol Grill. That is somewhere I wanted to go. We also ate a bunch on the road, Zach.
Wait, I wasn't with you.
When we've been gone for 2 weeks.
Oh shit, we have been gone for 2 weeks. It's been a while since we've done this podcast. So yeah, we've been doing a lot. I would say, um, what did we have? I'm trying to think. We had some good foods. Didn't we get
Yeah,
Wendy's one night?
we did get Wendy's. Um, we
Oh,
had
beat ups. We
Angelo's
got beat
Pizza.
ups.
We did do B-dubs.
Oh
We
yeah,
had barbecue.
that pizza you were talking about is the spot in in Ohio. What was it called again? Sorry,
Angelo's.
Angelo's Pizza. Yeah, it was the spot. Everyone in the AIW crew told us definitely if you're trying to eat good eats, it was literally right down the road. Like maybe like you could have walked probably from the venue, but yeah, we had a seafood pizza, a baked potato pizza, and then one other style pizza, and then fried zucchini and wings. Yeah, we were eating good.
Yep, that was a good one.
So then, yeah, we know it's been 2 weeks, so we've been having some good eats. So what we've been watching the last 2 weeks, and I could go first. I've been watching a lot of cartoons, Harley Quinn. I watched a little bit of wrestling. I watched Raw this Monday. Interested in seeing what's up with Theory. Um, but yeah, Perch, what have you been watching?
Yeah, been a lot of good watching, a lot of good wrestling, uh, good good matches. Been going back and watching a lot of uh, Becky Lynch matches and watching her throughout kind of the 2018, 19, 20 era, um, and seeing just how great her feuds were, and she had such good emotion. Um, Sasha Banks, wow. Uh, I get, Mercedes Moné is a wrestler and she's great, but Sasha Banks is a moment in time. uh,
Yeah.
I I took it for granted at the time because there was awesome matches from top to bottom on those cards, and I love the women's wrestlers, and there were so many to choose from and fun characters, and Sasha was always the foil. She was always the bad guy, and I've come to appreciate just how much I I enjoy Sasha Banks. And I remember hearing it from Daniel Garcia years ago, Red Death, and he was talking about Sasha Banks being one of the best. Uh, just for her overall ability. And I always kept that close to heart, thinking about there's something in there in her performance, in her ability to, do moves that I've never seen people do, or take moves that I've never seen people take. But watching her in that Hell in a Cell against Becky Lynch made me remember just how awesome Sasha Banks was, and big fan of Mercedes Moné these days. She's great, a great character. I think she
Yeah,
could get in any part, any town.
I think she has the most interesting story right now in AEW with her downfall. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been watching that along with the C2 Continental Classic. It's been awesome.
Well, I've been watching the
Bailey,
Continental Classic with Doc because Doc's been playing in the car while we were riding. So did some matches.
yeah, there were some good ones. Bailey, Knight and Fletcher have been killing it. I have not seen the last episode of Dynamite or Collision. It's kind of all running together with college sports right now, so everything's everywhere, but really enjoying the C2, and I'll just cut it off at that.
Yes, sir. So like we talked about what we watched. But it's been a few weeks. So what have we done? Perch, I'll let you take it off.
And it's been a fun few weeks. Been from the West Coast back to the Midwest, and went out to Los Angeles for Game Changer Wrestling. And I went out a day early because uh, Las Vegas is only about a 3.5 hour trip from LA. And Mariah Carey was playing at the MGM in Las Vegas. So I got in early, made it out, saw Mariah Carey, and it was amazing. It was talk about, you know we've
Full
heard
circle.
the evolution of the story right here on the podcast, from discovery to, to year by year. My fascination and just love for her music. It's just incredible. Uh, yeah, it was a once in a lifetime opportunity to see her perform, and it was the day before we had a GCW show. So I drove 7, 8 hours by myself, and was able to be back in time the next morning for to be awake the next morning to pick people up from the airport who were coming in for GCW, and we had a great show. But yeah, Mariah, she played a lot of hits, a lot of Christmas, and then she hit some of the good hits towards the end as well. Uh, Unbelievable. She's
It
got
is
it.
the holiday season.
Yeah, it's like a delicacy to see her. There were people of all ages, all nationalities, everybody there to enjoy Mariah, and yeah, it was great. Awesome show to close out the year. And then we had a great wrestling show the next day at the Ukrainian Cultural Center right there in Los Angeles. Uh, it was the first time that Ruffo and Yabo were wrestling in Los Angeles. So very cool to know that the Brothers of Funstruction were here. They've been definitely regulars of matches we've had throughout the Midwest since our first years. Uh, they were at the Brew City Wrestling show. Was it the anniversary show years
I
ago?
believe so.
Uh, Clowns have been there for a while. They've been there for my Lucha Libre experience in Chicago at Galley and many places. Uh, and Rough Crossing is someone we worked with since the first year. Uh, HOUA Wrestling. I remember Dakota against Rough Crossing at,
Yep.
at I think it was Rock Falls, maybe, and just incredible. Uh, Fun storytelling all around. So Ruff and Yabo were here in Los Angeles, and I was able to rep their match. It was so much fun against Rob and Epic. They put on a banger of a match. Just good learning all around. You could tell the Midwest style mixing with the LA style. Uh, Everyone was really taking a step up, a step forward, and I was able to, provide my best efforts to help the match. And when there's 9 matches on the show, there's definitely room for Ruff and Yabo to do their thing, and
Yeah.
and they knocked it out of the park. It was so much fun to be a part of. I loved it. Um, yeah, great match. So that was a tag team match, 2-on-2. My next match was a um, lucha libre match, 3-on-3 with Gringo Loco and Jack Cartwheel and Vengador against Brillante, Ray, uh, Ray Horace, and Spiderfly. Uh, Coolest 6-man lucha matches I've been a part of. Vengador, Spiderfly, uh, everyone just stepped up and delivered on the night. Ray Horace and Gringo Loco, they've got a feud and a partnership that'll last forever. Whether they're against each other or taking out each other for the first time. Brillante was very great, good technico along with Spiderfly. They really shined, and Vengador fit right in with the Gringo Loco, team. It was great. I would definitely say seek out for anyone who's a fan of lucha or wrestling that GCW show. I'm watching the Lucha Libre tag match because that was one of the most fun lucha matches I've been a part of. Some maneuvers that they uh, they really went above and beyond something that I've seen before. um, and then my last match of the night was a singles match. So to round out the singles, doubles, triples. Uh,
A little bit
in
of
in this
everything.
match, it was Ciclope. Yeah, we'll take a little bit of everything. Lucha Libre 6-man, uh, Clowns, Ruffo, Yabo tag team.
Yeah.
And then this one was a Ciclope versus Drew Parker, both modern day deathmatch wrestlers who are on top of their game and on the next level. Uh, and they were performing in the deathmatch in Los Angeles. Uh, Incredible, incredible. I've been a part of many of these styles of matches throughout the world, and a couple of them here at the Ukrainian Cultural Center. And every moment, prepares you for the next one. And in this match, Ciclope uh, got, hurt early, and I was able to be there to adjust on the fly. Ref Scarlett was right there ringside. Uh, Having her on the ringside is like having like a like your go-to person right next to you and within arm's distance. It's incredible. It adds another level to the performance. Having referees, ready and able and ringside, and also able to slow time down as we are. So we're able to get Ciclope adjusted. I gave him one of my gloves, and he finished the match strong. And I would say one of the coolest hardcore matches I've ever been a part of. This one is also worth watching for anyone who likes ultra-violent matches or death matches or hardcore matches. Um, yeah, it was great. It was glass without the lights, so it was all right. But even the glass, there's certain ways that it breaks that makes a difference, and this stuff was as dangerous as it gets. So being prepared in moments goes such a long ways, and having the wrestlers being as prepared and professional as they are, Ciclope and Drew Parker, two of the best in the world. And I look back at all the matches I've had with Drew Parker this year, and it started with Leon Slater against Drew early in February, and that match was a difficult one, a KO and to work with Drew through several more times throughout the year, even at Cork and Hall against Chris Brooks in a match that was very emotional and wonderful. And the Hammerstein Ballroom early in the year as well in New York. Very cool to experience a Los Angeles show with Drew Parker on top of his game right now. And him and Cyclope put in one for the ages. um, Very fun show to be a part of. I definitely got some
Yeah,
In-N-Out burger while I was out in Los Angeles.
got to,
Um,
And now it's
it
got
always
was
to.
fire.
great. Listened to tons of Mariah Carey out there. Banger of the week, we could just say, is the whole Mariah Carey Christmas album.
Oh, I was going to do
Put it
that
out
next.
there.
I forget.
Oh God, no worries, no worries. We in the smooth voice of the DOC here today.
Smooth
But yeah,
jazz.
it's like going from that shovel and snow in the Midwest out to Los Angeles, California, where it's sun shining, the windows down. Yeah, bumping some Mariah. Uh, yeah, it's wonderful, and it's been a great few weeks. Made it back for Chicago. Freelance Wrestling had a show at Logan Square Auditorium, and it was freezing. Probably single digits, double digits. It was, well, double digits can be pretty up there, but it was definitely single digits. It was cold. um, but that was super fun. Bounty Hunter Brian Keith was back in the house. He brought the vibe that I haven't felt since he was there again. So it was very cool to feel that kitten and uh, still tipping coming out to the ring.
Yeah.
That was very cool. Very cool. Don Road took on Bounty Keith, and that was so much fun. Great to be a part of. Both wrestlers are performing at a high level. The pain threshold for Devon Monroe is incredible. It reminds me of how just about any wrestler around the world can take so much abuse in their body, can, go in variations we haven't seen before, and levels of pain, and allowing the person you're in there with to be creative with their maneuvers and offense. So they put together a heck of a match and performance, and uh, still champ due to disqualification. So that one, I hope, is to be continued, because that was a heck of a match. I want to see where that one goes, if it weren't to be disqualified. Um, and then also had RJ Zawa against Darren Corbin. Very fun. Good storytelling, good emotions. Those two have been partners and in a bit of a feud, and Darren's really teaching him some lessons. So as a ref, I enjoy. I enjoy facilitating and helping people learn and work up to the next person's level, because that's what we're all trying to do. And Darren Corbin comes up with that Ariana Grande song. Wow. Freelance was bumping that night. They didn't. Sometimes it's only one or two good songs, but between Darren Corbin with some side to side, Devon Monroe's song is a banger. Just
Yeah,
kind of a
man.
club tune, club mix. Uh,
It gets you
and
hype.
and and Boney Keith's song is as good as it gets too. So uh, there were some great songs bumping. Trent Wrigley as well. His song's great, especially for the surfer. He was surfing some waves. He was about to win the scramble match, but Trevor Outlaw came in and made sure that wasn't going to be the case, unfortunately. But very fun scramble match as well to start the show off. And then we were just at ICW Milwaukee. So made it back from LA out to Chicago, back to Milwaukee, and the MKE show was so much fun. Armando was managing Big Bear Oso, and we had a few words. He stepped up on the apron. I gave him the what for, and uh, yeah, it was a match continued. He did point out at one point that Oso's foot was on the ropes, so like to thank him for that. I luckily I didn't miss, but thankfully he was on top of it. He was
He
right
hit the
there
smartest in
to
the
see it and
game.
shout it out. So I got to give him credit, and that was definitely a smart move. Smart move. And yeah, totally legal. I'll allow it. All he did was yell. I looked, and sure enough, his foot was on the rope. Uh, at Zach Pitbull is always fun to work. My first ever match 7 years ago, almost 8 years ago, was Pitbull Zach McGuire against Onyx Andretti. So anytime I get to work with Pitbull, it's fun. That's special, special. Uh, and then the next match I had was Jack Serious against All Day Rose. If Jack Serious had a tour shirt of all the towns he was making, I would hop on the tour bus and try to make as many towns I could. He's out there learning, growing, uh, getting better with every rep. He continues to try and learn and push himself to put together a good match and represent the fans, because he knows the fans, and he studies and wants to give them the best time he can. So yeah, Jack Serious put on a fun match against All Day Rose. Rose always had to watch out for that clothesline. It takes people down. I've seen him win a lot of matches with it. So luckily Jack was very quick and got out of it and ended up picking up the win, which was great. And then the last match I had was a blood feud between these two, Josiah Vatsana against Hua Ming. Wow,
What a turn. What a turn, Juan.
wow. Um, yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't there when Hua turned on Josiah, but I could see Josiah this time around. His eye was scary looking, legitimately frightening. There was still remnants of the green mist, and you could see the damage that was done as well. Um, he performed the best he could uh, with that eye, but yeah, he was seeing just out of one uh, solo vision, so it was tough. But he put on a hell of an effort, and yeah, their feud is definitely to be continued. Uh, I I think Wa picked up the victory in this one. It got hazy at the end because Josiah was knocked out. Um, yeah, it was yeah, I think to be continued. So scary, scary, scary scene. Uh, and Wa was definitely an evil mastermind, plotting and scheming the whole time. Uh, I was scared, but there was no mist, thank goodness. Because I don't know what I would have done if I couldn't see. I wouldn't want to be sporting the eye that Josiah was. That was a little scary. But yeah, great match to be a part of. ICW is full of great feuds and good, genuine storytelling. We perform right in front of the crowd. It's like right on top of them. So you get to feel the impact as well as the emotions of the stories. So ICW always a blast. Great time to be around home.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. And then Doc and I, we were traveling a little bit too. Last week we were on the road Thursday through Saturday, starting off in Chicago, Illinois, Logan Square Auditorium on a Thursday night. Originally we were booked to get against Team JCW, so Too Tough Tony and Cocaine. But the old tale of wrestling, the card's always subject to change, and it's subject to change again, and then it'll probably be subject to change again, and maybe a
Yep.
few more times after that until the most obvious answer happens. And when you have a wannabe Stone Cold Steve Austin with some goofballs trying to call out one half of the world's greatest tag team, who's he going to find if Shelton Benjamin's out here hurting people? No, he's gonna find your mama's favorite tag team. That's right. Your mama's
Those
favorite
out
tag
of
team,
town
Country Air.
shooters.
Bop, bop, bop. Tagging with Charlie Haas. Putting the boots to Luke Haas, Suede, and I forgot the other guy's name, but you know what? I don't.
Raza.
Yeah, Raza. There we go. Yep, had a little 6-man tag in Logan Square Auditorium. OnlyFans Wrestling. That's up on the YouTube channel, on their channel, soon to be ours too. But yeah, we had a fun match. It didn't go our way, but Charlie Haas seemed very happy with it, and that's how I'm going to interpret it.
Yep. Don't care what anybody says. Charlie Hawk likes us.
Charlie Haas likes us. He liked that we got it. We were
I
laying it
don't care if
in.
Charlie Hawk comes out and says he doesn't like us. Charlie
He
Hawk
likes us.
likes us.
Yeah, even if you tell us to our face, I don't like you. I'd be like, you like us. You like us. And then we continue that momentum out to Lakewood, Ohio, where we made our return at Absolute Intense Wrestling, AIW's Cultivate, where we took on some familiar foes, members only. It seems like at AIW we're kind of tied with them, and unfortunately we haven't been able to get the win. We had a good match though, showed out, showed out. It was a little bit crazy how many of the boys like that we didn't know knew who we were. Like we knew of them, but like just I go live by the motto, I'm a nobody and no one knows me. And that's like a good way to live because you can't be disappointed. But then it's like really nice when people do know you. So super cool. Fun time. Ate some good pizza. Airbnb was pretty nice. Comfy beds. Um, Almost lost the Vanguard jacket, and I accepted the fact that if I lost it, I mean, maybe I just didn't deserve to have it. Um, hey, it was just the acceptance. But we drove back. On the way, we had to make a pit stop to Chicago because for
Yep.
the first time ever on U.S. soil, a
Yep.
Gundam store has opened, and it opened in Chicago, Illinois. I let Doc talk about it, but he has to speak up a little.
Yeah, the Gundam base in Chicago opened up. On the way back from Ohio, we stopped by. The line was around the building, so we did not go into the store, but we did go to the pop-up that they had. Me and Chuck built some RX 78-2s, uh, took some pictures. It was cool. I'm gonna go back at some point.
Oh yeah, we're definitely booked in Illinois more. So, but yeah, no, it was a good time. Got to check the mall was nice too out in Rosemount.
Yeah, it was.
So it was fun. And then we made our way out to the Elks Lodge in Waukesha, where we talk about familiar foes. We met another familiar foe. I mean, 4 years of just going at it, Caribbean arrogance, and I mean, I definitely think like we put on a good match. I think you won. I'm gonna say
I
that Rex Kurtnaki might have got knocked too hard in the head because I'm pretty
mean,
sure.
the damage is audible.
I
I gotta
mean,
give it to Chuko.
yeah, this is for anyone that's wondering. Like, I don't know if we said it earlier, but yeah, Doc's voice is gone because of Chuko. But you can't take my voice away, Chuko. I'll be loud for both of us.
Yeah. Hard hitting finish. We walked away. I think I have the more lasting damage, but we're gonna do this again next month.
Rise to honor. It's Country Air versus Caribbean Arrogance. Not one fall. We're gonna do this 2 out of 3 falls for the tag team championships. And
Yes, sir.
then we had this following weekend where I also was at ICW MKE, where I was taking on or invite for the ICW World's Heavyweight Championship. And it was a great match. You know, it was cold out, so everyone looking at that door who thought I was coming through the door, nope, I came right through the back, attacked Orin right for the jump, letting everyone know whose house it was.
Yep.
Uh, you know, unfortunately, ref Joe Coley was so fascinated by Val and the Queen, he kept staring at her, and then mistakenly said she passed the ropes to me for a rope break and threw her out. I mean, Perch, you talk about good refs. You need to have a council with these Wisconsin refs. Guys are getting their head bumps. People are staring at managers way too long and then throwing them out because they won't get their number. I'm not a fan of it. But
Hey,
and
Ref
then
Jared decided to be a ring announcer for those shows. Maybe he saw something too. So I don't
I
know.
know, like,
Maybe you have a legitimate gripe,
I mean, I'm gonna have to take it to the
but
board of the
I'm there when
referees.
I can.
But I
But
got screwed out of the world
I
title,
had
but
it's definitely about
Armand got screwed out of the world title, but we got one more shot. January, win or lose, that's it. It ends. Me and Oren Veit one last time. Last year it started at the Insane Rumble, so it's kind of nice to end it at the Insane Rumble. Oren wants to talk about how he's a 4-time. I'm gonna beat him, become a 5-time. Hell, I might hit a spinneroonie when it's done. But regardless, whoever
Yeah.
wins, you can. Loser cannot challenge for the belt as long as winner holds the championship. So, Oren, it'll be nice to finally kick you out of ICW because people like you, people like Yanni, GQ Giannis, are wasting space on the roster, taking money away from guys like Doc Simmons, who could come back, but you guys are wasting roster space. I'm gonna call it as it is. We got to cut the fat of the roster because Doc's checks ain't cheap, bro. Y'all want Doc back? Y'all ICW ain't gonna be happy when Doc comes back. Let's just say that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all you have to
Yeah.
say. Nice, cool, calm, collective. See, he ain't raised his voice. But yeah, and then Saturday before Doc goes and kills us with some nice, cool jazz about how he whooped some dude's ass in Michigan. I'm gonna talk about how I whooped Jared Jack's ass in the middle of the ring at the bar once again, where I defended the For the World Heavyweight Championship. And dude, I was pretty proud of that match. Jared seemed like he wanted to show everyone that he could still go at it, and we had a great match, bro. Um, and it was about
You
time.
did.
It was about time the royal plan went to royal motion
Oh,
because
wait, wait, wait. Where did you get that jacket from
what jacket?
that you wore in that match?
Oh, ArizonaT.com.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell what jacket that was.
Really tight though, right?
Yep, it was good.
Yeah, I was trying to find one for you. Don't worry, I'm on the hunt. I'd be looking.
Like, wait, that's not our jacket. What is
Yeah, it was
that?
just one of those. My gear was sweaty the night before. I put on those shorts, and this jacket looked fresh with the shorts, so I was just trying to look cool.
Nope, I get it.
Yeah, but
Go for it.
regardless, we put our plan in motion. Milwaukee Vice is always so worried about family business, vice versa. Again, Doc Simmons has been back because I don't sound color, I don't say color, I don't hear color.
That
This
promo was so much outlaw knees.
is-
It wasn't just that. I was dying.
Which one, the Queendom one, the actual one,
Yeah,
or the
yeah,
one?
yeah, the Queendom one. There were some other things you said, and I was like, oh my God, brother.
Bro, it was definitely like just it established what it needed to do. But yeah, again, another thing we got another. You're just going on bringing Bobby V, any Zach Daniels on the show, any in the roster and all that, but you don't have Doc Simmons, so it ain't gonna be for a while. But next year the Queendom will be coming, and I told you all 4 members, so there's no surprise. But the logo looks pretty
Nice.
cool. Yeah, so everyone say I want Doc back, and we have some familiar friends who are the Golden Jacket champions in NDS.
Mm.
So and then
Yep.
I guess Mario has an issue with the Queendom. I heard him and Jared had some conversations. They weren't really happy about. I guess no one's happy about Val leaving family business. They really didn't. No one expected Tyler Baggins to pop off and attack someone. So, and I don't know if you watched the match, but like Jared tried coming at us, and I'm gonna tell you, bro, Baggins is a good choice for the Queendom. That guy's like our
No,
Braun
yeah,
Breaker.
I watched Val hop up on the apron and immediately twist her ankle.
Because the ring's so low, she jumped higher than she was supposed to. Weak ankles are a serious thing in the sport. And
That
Jared
is,
didn't care about her.
he did not.
But regardless, 2026, it's a big year at Fourth Wall. You guys are blessed to have the Queendom. Um, we will bless you with the green and pink all over Fourth Wall. We're going to take the tag jackets, maybe the alternative jacket, fuck around, take the black jacket and green jacket. I mean, we can have Tyler Baggins retire and come back and get the green kid jacket.
Yep.
Just saying, there's ways of doing it, but be a good time. But I know Doc had a good time Saturday as well because he was out wrestling.
Yep. I went to GLWA with CJ out in Michigan. Wrestled Tim Savage in his return match from a knee injury as well. So two hobbled men throwing it down, some tight technical wrestling that would make Zack Sabre Jr. proud. Um, but yeah, it was a good time. Um, very much similar to Bruce City, a student run show at this point. Very fun to see just where their guys are in their growth. Um, Great to have CJ being the point man for a show instead of us watching the kids grow. Shout out to CJ for getting me on the show. And I expect you'll see more of us and more of Thumper's Den out there at GLWA.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. So now we're gonna get to our topic of the night as we wind on down. We're gonna talk about the obvious in the room because it's the eve of Christmas. So guys, what are your plans for Christmas? Doc, I'll kick it back to you.
Um, so the producer went back to Virginia, so it's just me and the dogs. I plan to not speak for 2 days, rest my throat, and have a steak dinner with the dogs on Christmas.
Oh yeah, and ain't nothing wrong with that. If you're bored, you're gonna stop on by.
Yep.
And then Perch, what do you got for Christmas?
Yeah, lots of family time for the Christmas day. But much like Halloween, I like to celebrate Halloween like all month long, and even 2 months for Halloween. That starts in September. But with Christmas, uh, definitely love uh, you know finding ways to celebrate it, new ways to celebrate it. And growing up, it was about opening up gifts and sharing time with family and establishing memories to always remember. And now that we're getting older, nieces and nephews are young, and some family isn't there anymore. So you find new traditions, and that this year, well, I'm a new Mariah Carey fan, so with that comes, I guess, I like Christmas music now. I'm a fan. I never realized. I guess people are more out with it nowadays about how much they dislike Christmas music or holiday music. And I get it if people work in retail because you hear it nonstop. But um, I definitely I take it or leave it. But if it's done well, I do like it. And this year I've heard so many new Christmas songs. Uh, maybe not like brand new, but within the past 20 years, and they're good. Mariah's got a bunch, some good Ariana Grande. Yeah, I like finding good new Christmas songs this year and Christmas movies. I didn't realize there were so many Christmas movies out there, but
So many, so many.
so many. They've got, it's either a name of a Christmas song or a Christmas saying in it. Uh, Usually it'll have maybe one maybe TV star or movie star who's been around for 20 years or 30 years, and it's always got a good heartfelt moment and a little down part towards the end, but then they always make it
Yep.
right. There's always a moment where it
Gotcha.
gets you. I got to go
Yep.
up for a snack before the this part comes. but but one I watched this year was Christmas with You with Freddie Prince Jr. And
Okay.
one of the ladies from Dexter. She was really good. Uh, but yeah, that's a great one. Absolutely great. And and there's so many good ones out there. So yeah, this year the tradition is yeah, definitely family time. But yeah, enjoying good newer songs and movies as well.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah. For myself, we do on Christmas Eve, we do our Christmas Day because Jack hangs out with his dad on Christmas Day. So tomorrow in the morning, Jack will open all his presents from us. Then in the afternoon time, we'll go over to Mama Function's house where we hang out, eat some good food, some of the best cheesecake around. Open up presents there, spend time with Kurt, Bobby, the usual type people. Uh, Hanging out, just good times. And then Val and when Jack gets picked up by his dad, Val and I actually got a hotel, so we're going to Pato tomorrow night.
Okay.
So it was just one of those spur of the moments. We talked about it, how fun it'd be just to see lights and everything, and just be over there. And we looked it up, and it was actually like super cheap. So we just got a room real quick, and was like, oh, because we ain't got no driving. Christmas Day, we hang out at home. We're gonna be cooking a little bit. Have people over. Probably like the same people over as Thanksgiving. Like I said, if you're bored, you can always come over as well. And then Friday, our last thing we do for Christmas is we are going to be driving to Indiana, visiting my family, my side of the family. Um, you know, it might Jack might be with us, but he got some Packer tickets, so he's going to be going to the Packer game Saturday. So I understand if he can't, but yeah, a lot of doing a lot of family time the next 3 days.
Nice. Awesome.
Oh yeah, so I mean, we kind of talked about what we were doing. Besides that, it's the last weekend of wrestling.
Yes,
So,
sir.
do we have any wrestling? Spurge, are you got anything left this year?
Yeah, this year we're gonna be out at AAW this week, and yeah, looking forward to it. We're gonna be at the Berwyn Eagles Club. It's gonna be back-to-back weeks at the Berwyn Eagles Club to end the year, uh, and then it's gonna be a GCW show to start the year. But we'll probably talk about that one next week. But
Oh
yep,
yeah.
we'll be at the Berwyn Eagles Club a couple weeks in a row coming up here. Looking forward to it.
Hell yeah, and then Doc and I, he might not be able to talk, but he's gonna be able to pop off because this weekend we in the main event at 01 USA challenging for them 01 USA Tag Team Championships. So be nice to finish the year as double champions, holding double tag straps. We're going to be taking on Killer Cake, who match one, they ran away. Match two, they hit Doc with a belt, hit me below my belt. Um, Now it's match three, got a little bit postponed due to a blizzard. But now ain't no more running, ain't no more postponing, ain't no nothing. Us versus Killer Cake locked down in a steel cage for the 01 USA Tag Team Championships.
Yep.
Yes, sir. And with that, I think it's about time we take it on home. So, Doc, you got any final thoughts or questions?
Uh, Merry Christmas. Um, love your friends and family. Be safe. Don't make dumb decisions. Don't make dumb decisions next week on New Year's.
And then, Perch, any final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, happy holidays to everybody. Enjoy time with family, friends, everybody, uh, and find some pro wrestling that you like, that you enjoy, whether it's from years ago or a country far away. Uh, find it and enjoy it. And
Oh, fucking A.
some 90s New Japan, All Japan is where I've been finding myself sitting lately too.
Um, I
Hell yeah.
saw. a sit down with Adam Sandler and Norm Macdonald talking about growing up watching wrestling that I highly recommend. So yeah, I'll add that.
I think I saw that where they're
Oh,
talking about the longest yard.
great.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I saw. I think I saw a clip a little, but I didn't see all of it.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
good.
but for myself, we kind of touched base, but from the Take It Home podcast, we like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope you guys stay safe. The podcast we might, depending on next week, be either filming right before the New Year's, dropping after the New Year's. But if we don't get you before the New Year's, Happy New Year's. Of course, for fans, bookers in the 20s to 30s listening, tell bookers to book us. Doc and I are a very good tag team. We love to be booked. Perch is great at doing his thing, probably one of the most reliable refs in the country. So give us we love any new opportunity. And then for the rest, time to take it on home.
Y'all be easy. One.
One.